So a new blockchain has entered the frame. Tempo. Is tempo a problem for ZBCN and ARC? It's one of the things we're going to look at today, and we may look at some of the crazy stuff that's going on in the XRP community, okay? So let's go ahead and hit you with the BTCC commercial right now. I have many friends earning money every day trading futures on BTCC. It's simple. Even if you don't want to learn how to trade, you can follow a trader on the site and let him do the trading for you. And you'll earn according to his trades. So even if you don't know how to trade, there's a way to make money. Earn some extra money on BTCC. Of course, you should learn how to trade. Links to the Patreon are in the description. You don't have to KYC. You don't have to use a VPN. It's a wonderful site. They've been around since 2011. Give them a shot. Also, when you earn extra money, you can store it in your DCENT Wallet. DCENT Wallet is safe, easy to use, and it allows crypto swaps within the wallet. It's a wonderful product. You can get the discount by using the link. The only way to get the discount is to use the link. The link is popping up in the upper right-hand side of your screen. You can also get free shipping. Pick up your DCENT Wallet today. Secure your assets. If you don't have them stored in a wallet, they may be at risk. So pick up one today. What's up, guys? So BTCC, the link is in the description and the QR code is in the top right-hand corner of the screen. We in the Patreon made money off a quick move that I spotted. Also, links for the Patreon are in the description here. Last day to get the holiday code, which is 45% off. Code DEC45 there. But yeah, back to BTCC. We made some quick moves on a short in the Patreon. Just like you saw here, silver going up too. That's another move that you could make on the upside, and you can also short it. So if you believe silver's coming back down, you might want to get your link to BTCC where you can do longs and shorts. So let's go ahead and share the screen here. And we'll begin here with Tempo. So Tempo, guys, like this is a payment blockchain, but you guys might not be aware. And what's up, guys? What's up, Rise Above? What's up, that one guy? What's up, Onyatsky? What's up, King Pound? We're in a house here, building on the last show of the year, the last day of the year, ready to ring in the new year, you know, very right. I think it's going to be explosive 2026. What's up, Dreamer? Patreon in a house. Yeah, I think it's going to be an explosive 2026, guys. But yeah, let's see here. So Tempo. Let's see, do we want this? Yeah, view. Let me see. I might want a different view here for us. There we go. So Tempo here. You look at a lot of its partners, and by the way, Tempo, it's a blockchain incubated by Stripe and a VC company called Paradigm. Okay, if we look at Paradigm right here, right quick, 116 investments, including Kalshi, which I think is Facebook's predictive market and things like that. FTX, they did. Citadel Securities and MoonPay. So some biggins, some biggins, so to speak, right there. Uniswap. So a very accomplished office, and of course with Stripe connections. And if we look at their CEO, Matt Huang, co-founder and managing partner of Paradigm, project lead with Tempo, board member, Stripe, partner Sequoia Capital, also was a researcher at Department of Economics at MIT, and was a Goldman Sachs summer analyst. So quite an accomplished guy here. as the CEO here of Tempo. Okay. Say he's project lead here at Tempo. Okay. So very, very interesting there. But here, going back to their ecosystem. So there's this big thing going on right now on whether you could be like a public or private blockchain or a permissioned or permissionless blockchain, which we know Ethereum and Solana are permissionless and public. Tempo is a fork of Ethereum, but it's permissioned instead of permissionless and optimized for payments. If you look at all these ecosystem partners, you even see some ZBCN partners on here, like Deutsche Bank, Visa. Yeah, so, but if you get even lower down here, you see all Unity stablecoin. You see, let's see here. You see Cross Rivers on here somewhere. Bridge, right? So I'm like really curious, are these going to be competitors? Are they going to have their own spot? You know what I mean here? Are they going to have their own spot? Are they going to be competitors? But, you know, they have a lot of partners that ZBCN has here, right? And we already know ZBCN's working with Circle in their blockchain. So it's going to be interesting to see how this kind of plays out. Privy is another one of their partners, right? So I don't know if ZBCN's helping them. I don't know if Circle's helping them. I don't see why Circle would help them because Circle has their own blockchain. But it's going to be interesting to see if these, like, if Tempo turns out to be a problem. So here we are, like I was saying before, it's a fully compatible Ethereum fork of the Osaka Ethereum branch here. While the execution mirrors Ethereum, Tempo introduces some differences that are optimized for payments, okay? And bear with me, my nose is a little bit clogged today, so I'm not going to sound like my normal self. Tempo uses simplex BFT consensus with a permissioned validator set at launch, providing deterministic finality, unlike Ethereum's finality gadget, which takes approximately 12 minutes. Block times are targeted at 0.5 seconds compared to Ethereum's about 12 seconds. Okay, so clearly they wanted to create something that was specifically optimized for payments. And if you look at some of their partners, some more partners here. Yeah, all Unity, like we said here. But if we go here to their Twitter page, I also want to show you here from Crunchbase, they say, again, incubated by Stripe and Paradigm. Okay, so we showed you a little bit about that already. But let's kind of get into their page here, if you will. So they have Klarna as a partner here. Introducing Klarna USD, our first stablecoin. We are the first bank to launch on Tempo. So, and interesting, if you take this from what Simon Babakani has said, right? Simon Babakani has said, hey, the more people, the more banks and things that have stable coins is better for us. Okay. So if you take this from what Simon said, and I can go ahead and show you guys that. I have that as a short. Let me pull that up. But yeah, if you take it from what Simon Babakani said, he said, hey, the more people that have stable coins is the better for us because now they can run on the ISO format. By the way, ZBCN has also officially for the like third time announced ISO, okay, completion. Sam Thapalia, the founder, put it on the website. So as of December 30th, they are ISO compliant. Okay. Shout out King Pound. I think mentioned that in the comments. Go over here and bring up that short really quickly so you guys can hear that from Simon.
Well, banks entering the space is actually a net positive for companies like ZBEC for a variety of reasons. Number one, the more banks that now issue and transact with stablecoins means that we can tap an even larger number of corporates in the US. That's the first benefit. So we're going to see more and more banks opt in, which opens us up to a much bigger share of the $11 trillion in annual US payroll volume. And then when you see bank-led consortiums like Zelle entering the stablecoin space, that is another net positive for ZBEC because now we'll be able to connect Zelle Pay to the ZBEC super app, meaning that through a simple Zelle push, you'll be able to load stablecoins directly into your ZBEC app. That is the easiest, cleanest off-ramp that you could ever build. Well, banks entering the space is actually a net positive for companies like ZBEC for a variety of reasons. Number one, the more banks that now issue and transact with stablecoins means that we can tap an even larger number of corporates in the US. That's the first benefit. So we're going to see more and more banks opt in, which opens us up to a much bigger share of the $11 trillion in annual US payroll volume. And then when you see bank-led consortiums like Zelle entering the stablecoin space, that is another net positive for ZBEC because now we'll be able to connect Zelle Pay to the ZBEC super app, meaning that through a simple Zelle push, you'll be able to load stablecoins directly into your ZBEC app. That is the easiest, cleanest off-ramp that you could ever build. Well, banks entering the space is actually a net positive for
Oh my God. I didn't realize. No sound. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Sound is off. Oh my goodness. So thank you guys so much. Um, so let me go back over that. Oh my God. Rookie mistake over here. So yeah, with Bridge here, we went over this before with Stripe and Privy. It's stablecoin in, stablecoin out. Okay. Simon Babakani just told us, hey, the more stable coins we get online is better for Zebec. So it doesn't matter really who does it, right? Okay, so looks like Tempo is getting together and bringing all of these guys that Bridge has as partners together on their blockchain, which is interesting. You would think maybe it would be Arc's blockchain, but we'll look at Arc in just a second here. So it's very, very interesting here that that's what's happening. That these guys go back to about Tempo's partnerships. Okay, we'll go back to that. But yeah, it's interesting here. They have the All Unity. They have a few different PDACs. A lot of these companies too I recognize from like Tim Draper and things like that. PDAX is a Filipino exchange. See, do I have some more gelato? But yeah, if we go back to these partners here, huge partners, Anthropic, right? Claude, they do Claude AI. Cross River, we know them from, Uphold, and like they're the bank of XRP. MasterCard, OpenAI, Revolut, another Tim Draper connection there. Visa, Shopify, Kalshi, DoorDash, Deutsche Bank. Okay, so very, very cool there. What's up, Crypto Clay? So thank you guys for bearing with me when we lost sound there. Just wanted to clear my nose a little bit there. So yeah, good, huge partners here. And if we go back here to this part, you can see here Klarna introducing their first stable coin on Tempo, right? So again, they mentioned here, excited to build the future with Tempo and Bridge, which makes sense. Tempo is a Stripe company and Bridge is a Stripe company. So there it is right there. We don't even have to speculate. They put it in this notice for us. Okay. And then the project lead / CEO says, privacy is one of the core principles at Tempo. A top request from many design partners that we're working with. Excited to help solve this. So they're making stablecoins private, okay, on this network. So very, very interesting there. Of course, that only makes sense that these corporations will want some payments to be private. They won't want some, competitors or, they won't want like their bids and things like that public, right? Some of those things they're going to want private. And here we go with a notice introducing Tempo, a payments first blockchain incubated by Stripe and Paradigm. As stablecoins go, there is a need for optimized infrastructure. Tempo is purpose-built for stablecoins and real-world payments, born out of Stripe's experience in global payments and Paradigm's expertise in crypto. To ensure Tempo serves a broad array of needs, we're excited to be working with a group of initial design partners. Now, again, to me, it's really interesting because they have a lot of the partners that Zebec has. So you would think, right, with Bridge and Privy and all of this, you would think that they would be using Circle's Arc, but they're using Tempo instead. So I don't understand. I don't understand how this is going to work out long term. This is something we're really going to have to monitor, and maybe even someone asks Simon Babakani about this in a Spaces, right? Like, do you care about Tempo? Are you guys working with Tempo? Because we heard that you're working with Bridge, right? So we got Anthropic, Deutsche Bank. I don't know how to say that. Kupion, Kupion. DoorDash, Lead Bank, Mercury, Nubank. Nubank is huge in Brazil. Okay, I think even Buffett held some of this stock. Nubank. You can buy this on the stock market. Okay, shout out to the Patreon people. I told you guys about this months ago. Nubank. Of course, everything's kind of down now, so it's at a good price. OpenAI, Revolut, Shopify, Standard Chartered, Visa, and more. So Tempo's payment first design includes predictable low fees, payments, gas, in any stablecoin via enshrined AMM. Now that might be one thing in which they kind of beat Circle with, because probably Circles will always be in USDC, right? So let's continue. Payments first UX, dedicated payments lane, memos, access lists, opt-in privacy, scale, 100K plus TPS, sub-second finality, EVM compatible, built on Ref. Tempo eases the path to bringing real-world payments on chain, such as global pay-ins, payouts, and payroll. Okay, so again, almost makes me think, since they're working with Bridge, they're working with ZBCN. So maybe ZBCN is working with both of them, both Tempo and ARC. But we know they're working with ARC because they told us. Global payouts, pay-ins, and payroll, embedded financial accounts, fast and cheap remittances, tokenized deposits for 24/7 settlement, microtransactions, agentic payments. We're building Tempo with core principles of decentralization. Okay, let me go back here. More on the agentic payments, because we're going to do a lot of stuff. We've been looking at this. Not a lot of people watch my Theta videos, but it's very important, guys. Theta has changed their model, so they're doing agentic AI type stuff, okay? They're doing that with the Houston Rockets and a lot of other teams. Maybe we get into that at the end of the video here, but agentic AI and these agent to agents, A to A payments are going to be huge coming up soon. Like, you can see all these different companies moving towards buying compute or having compute for AI. This is something we're going to talk about heavily in the Patreon. Our open mic night is coming up. We have an open mic night every week, Saturday night. Okay. I might, if we get big enough, we might have it, or when we get big enough, I should say, when we get big enough, maybe we have more than one open mic night, like Friday and Saturday. But this agentic AI, like, people very much need to pay attention to AI, agentic AI, AI compute. This is a big, big topic coming up here. Okay, so let's continue. We're building Tempo with core principles of decentralization and neutrality. Tempo will be a neutral platform with respect to stablecoins, allowing users to make transfers and pay gas fees in any stablecoin. The blockchain will be secured by an independent and diverse validator set with a roadmap towards permissionless validators. We are partnering with builders across fintech, banking, e-commerce, agentic finance, and more. And if you'd like to build with us, get in touch with us. Okay, so interesting there. They also have Fireblocks, which we know Fireblocks went out and bought 250 million ZBCN. Again, we speculated that ZBCN may be the interledger protocol, or a big part of the interledger protocol, in which I also think Stellar is, right? So, and we know ZBCN is partnered with Stellar. And shout out to Bree Teresi. She said that with Simon on the episode, he said that he would give us more information about a deepening partnership with Stellar. So we shall see how that goes. But my speculation here, and some others, right, is that Fireblocks got that much ZBCN because they needed because of the interledger protocol. They're doing everything that they're doing with Ripple, XRP, right? And all these treasuries, they're going to need a bit of ZBEC because it's going to be crucial to work with the interledger protocol. So that's a little bit of speculation on our part here, but we shall see how that goes. Mesh, they're also a very big payments company. Turnkey, another ZBEC partner. Again, there's so much overlap here. So I'd be interested to see if someone can ask Simon a question to see like how this is working out. Bridge, we're proud to partner with Tempo to enable high throughput, low cost transactions for any payment use case. Interested in building on Tempo Bridge? Come chat with us. Okay. Again, we saw this with that ZBEC Cybos meeting with the All Unity CEO that they were partnered with Bridge and Privy and Stripe. And here it is that they're talking with Privy too. So very, very interesting here from Tempo. Wondering if, hey, should ARC be worried? Now, if we go over and look at ARC, right? This is Circle's solution. Let me find it here. So let's play this again from Jeremy Allaire, the CEO of Circle.
The past several decades has seen incredible epics of the internet. We've seen the internet collide with how people make products, sell products, making the cost of publishing and sharing data frictionless and free. We're now going through the next major epic of change on the internet. Ultimately, every form of economic contract could move natively to the internet. And that is a core inspiration behind ARC. ARC is an economic OS for the internet that will allow all participants in the economic system to openly connect, build value, exchange value, form capital, and operate in an entirely internet native way. ARC will help increase the velocity of economic activity in the world. And it is economic velocity that is at the center of how we grow. It is at the center of how we increase global economic prosperity, which is Circle's mission. We're excited for this day. We're excited for the introduction of ARC in public testnet. And we're so excited to have so many amazing companies, projects, developers, and others collaborating and engaging with us as we embark on this next major phase of our journey.
So I'm reading some of your comments, and you guys are saying that Tempo would use USDC, but why would Tempo, like, it seems to me that ARC would use USDC. So it's really interesting how this is going to probably roll out. Like, it's going to be interesting. Like, are these going to be competitors, or are they going to work together? Because you can see here, here's Gelato. We saw Gelato here on Tempo's site, right? And I don't know, maybe you'll use certain ones for certain things, right? Fireblocks. These are the ones that Circle's following here. Which I don't know why I'm not following Fireblocks. And then followers, I know, of course, we go down here, we see that ZBEC is following ARC, right? Which makes sense. But let's see here who, and Monty Metzger, of course, CEO of LCX, is following ARC as well. So, but let's see here who's following Tempo and how the followers I know following Tempo. Okay, they don't show accounts that they're following. So Bridge, of course, in all Unity. That makes sense. Turnkey. Fireblocks, MoonPay, Alchemy, Blue Collar Crypto. Jeremy Allaire is also following Tempo. Interesting. So if Jeremy Allaire is following them, it doesn't seem like to me maybe they're competitors then. I don't know. Maybe you would follow your competitor. I don't know. Seems to me maybe they might just be working together then. I don't know, guys. This is going to be interesting. I want to hear your comments and what you guys think about this. But I'm wondering if this is anything for Zebek to worry about. But again, if you go off the words that Simon Babakani said, Simon has said to us, hey, the more people that have stable coins, the better for Zebek because there's more rails there. Thank you, Crypto Clay, for the $5 super chat. Best deep dives, hands down. Best deep dives in the space, Diamond, hands down. I appreciate it, brother. And we'll read Daniels again here. To our favorite YouTube sensation, Rue, very much appreciated, guys. Okay, we'll start at the top here. King Pound. Zebek is already ahead of the game. There are 14 coins that are ISO compliant. Zebek is one of them. Let's go. And Brother King Pound is starting his cleanse. I think this is important to read, guys, because of course we go into the year, with new resolutions. Hey, let's do as much as we can as a community to help hold each other accountable and give each other the push to reach that, man. So, and great stuff, man. And I wish you well, brother, with that. And I'm going to be continuing on my own doing stuff like that as well. Like, I don't know if you guys remember my first videos like 4 years ago. I lost like 50 pounds out here, guys, and so yeah, it's a a recovery from a stroke and all of that type of stuff. So yeah, let's get it out here, guys. It's not only financially but also health wise, because you can't spend your money if you're not healthy. Happy New Year, Brother Rue. Appreciate it. Rise above. That one guy. Time to make it rain out here 100%. Can't wait for the super app. Me neither. Like I said before, if they don't get it done by the end of the year, which seems like they haven't, of course. Like, we got what? Some maybe a couple hours left depending on which time zone you're in, right? So software is hard, okay? I'm a developer. I do more of the front end type of stuff like GUI, Qt, QML type of stuff. But software is hard. You want to make sure you get it right. You don't want to put any half-assed, excuse my French there, stuff out there. It's just going to be a problem if you do. So it's better that they take the time they need to do that, especially considering these are going to be dealing with payments. You do not want anything to be a problem. You do not want to hack. You don't want any of that. So definitely full speed ahead, Zebek. Take your time. Put it out when it's right, guys, okay? But everything you've been giving us as far as progress has been great. Shout out to Zebek for all the constant information they give to the community. Like, Happy New Year for them and happy ISO compliance to them. If we go ahead and look here and bring that up, Zebek has announced ISO compliance here. Very, very cool. So they officially announced it. Said ISO there, put the Swift logo so they can connect to Swift, which there was no doubt in my mind that this was going to get done because we saw them work with NatPay. That was announced months ago. and they've told us that the connection flows all the way through to Swift. So in my mind, it may have been done when they were already working with NatPay. Okay, but again, if you want the official announcement, there it is. What's up, Dreamer? Patreon in the house. Happy New Year, Blackrue. Appreciate it. Super app. Let's go. What up, bro? What's going on, Santiago Enriquez? Appreciate you, brother. Digital Nomad Investor, what is up? Happy New Year, crypto fam. Tony S, what's going on? Happy New Year, fam. Where's my $100 XRP? Okay, are we going to get into this Jake Claver stuff, okay? Hey, let's get into the Jake Claver stuff. Man, there's just been some stuff going on in the XRP community. Let's hit it. I'll probably do a separate show on this, because it deserves its own dedicated show. But we can touch on it a little bit here. Okay, so this is public information. Like, I have nothing against Jake Claver. In fact, to me, he seems like he's been straighter than most in the whole XRP community. But then he had some publicly documented fraud things that happened with him. Okay, so Zach Rector addressed them. I think I can just go to Zach's page and we can look at it there, in which there were documents that were posted. Ghost also posted them. I'll just go to Ghost's page, actually. Shout out to Ghost. He has a ZBCN community that everybody should be a part of here. But Ghost posted these. In which, here they are right here, where apparently, again, I'm just only putting up what's been out here. Everything I say is alleged, but these are official documents. I went looking, these are official documents. Like, you guys can go look into the documents, but there's some documents in which Claver may have allegedly done some fraudulent stuff. Okay. Couple years ago. Now, from what I'm hearing, the Beyond Bro crew, like his inside crew, like his followers, they may have already known about this, okay? They may have already known about this. So I'm a little hesitant to even just read it out loud. So I'm not going to read it out loud, but I'll put it on the screen and I'll show you that you can go to Ghost's site to look at it. But apparently there are some things that he did that were fraudulent. Okay. Now, again, if you're in his group, I think he'd already let the people in his group know about this. So it's not a surprise for people in Jake Claver's group. But, again, to me, he seemed like he's been a straight shooter and stuff like that. And then Zach Rector had some comments about it. I don't know if we want to really play this, but Zach was going to be in business with him and he found out about this, and there was some back and forth between him and Jake, and he basically said, okay, well, I need to expose it now. So I don't know. So as far as the liquidation that happened with everybody on October 10th, Jake's crew said Jake said he had no liquidations there. As far as that goes, that seems to be true. So whatever Jake did 2 years ago, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if he did not or did expose that to Zach. I don't know. Let's wait to hear what Jake has to say about that, because there's always two sides to a story, right? And I know Jake did say the whole $100 XRP, $1,000 XRP by the end of the year thing. But everything else he said has been pretty good to me, as far as like the reverse carry trade and different things like that. That seems to have a lot of truth in it. So if you have like a batting average, right, where 300 is a really good batting average, bro's batting like 700 right now. So like it's kind of hard for me. Pause. It's kind of difficult for me, and that, you know, of course, these are markets. We're not going to get everything right, and people do deserve a chance for, you know, change and redemption and things like that. The thing where it becomes a problem is like you're trusting someone with your money. You don't want them necessarily to be fraudulent. You really don't want that, right? But everything it seems like he's done so far, as far as Beyond Broke, as far as like how they survived the liquidation event, like, and none of his people got liquidated, seems to be above board. So just have to let you know, this is going on in the XRP community, that Jake Claver is fighting allegations out there, guys. Again, these are things that may have been known to his group. But if you want to do more research on it, I'd say go to our guy Ghost's X page. Ghost does some of the greatest research out there on ZBCN and other things, apparently. Shout out to Ghost. Really appreciate him. He sent me information before. Like, shout out to him. But yeah, guys, go ahead and check it out yourself. Apparently, somebody else had exposed this before, this Levi Crypto Crusaders, who seems to have a large following. But yeah, so that's been going on in the XRP community, really heavy. But there have been some signs that maybe this might be XRP's year. And let's look into said signs. Like, I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Gemini went and posted this about what they said about the new year. I'm just going to play this for you, and you can decide about how you feel about this as far as the new year goes. You see here. Let me go back here. Sorry, I thought I had it pulled up. It must be really far down here. Okay, here it is.
2020. Well, the giant 7-foot-tall numbers for 2026 arrived in Times Square today. The four numerals use a total of 589 energy-efficient LED bulbs. They're going to shine bright atop one Times Square at midnight on New Year's Eve. Well, the giant 7-foot-tall numbers for 2026 arrived in Times Square today. The four numerals use a total of 589 energy-efficient LED bulbs. They're going to shine bright atop one Times Square at midnight on New Year's Eve.
So Gemini says at a certain point it stops being so subtle. So they have 7 feet tall letters, or numbers, with 589 bulbs, right? In Ripple and XRP, the number 589 comes up all the time. So it's interesting that Gemini, of all people, posts this. And the number 7, they say, is a number of completion, like how we have our law as well. We have 7 days in the week, right? So going through a whole week, 7 days. And, 2026 here, if you add up all of those numbers, that's 10. But if you also add up 2 and 6, that's 8. Kind of infinite, like the Gemini logo there. Could this be the year that XRP completes the whole TradFi to NewFi thing, the new Swift? if you will. New Swift instead of the old Swift. This might be a very explosive year for XRP, guys, right? It's maybe a very, very, very explosive year. I know people were kind of not happy about how this year went, even though, right, since the Trump administration went in, XRPs went from like basically 30 cents all the way up to, what is it right now, $1.89, right? So really, Trump's done what he said he's going to do, right? It's just not explosive as most people have thought. And the Genius Act, you know, it's really opened up things for stable coins. It's opened up things for crypto lending. I think he's really done what he said he's going to do as far as crypto, right? And that's going to continue here if we get the Clarity Act in January. There's a lot to look forward to as a crypto investor. And here, if you look at these charts and where these charts are kind of sitting right now, if you go to like the weekly, the charts are looking like they're ready for a bounce back up, guys. Like, so it's only a matter of time, right? These charts are going to bounce back up. We just have to be ready for it, right? So XRP and ZBCN, right? Of course, coming to Patreon, you get certain things like Canton here, like the short we put in on XLR. I can say that now. So I mean, I think it's pretty much done here as far as the short's concerned. We went from like 10 cents down to this, right? So BTCC, link in the top right hand corner of your screen. And then, of course, silver probably could have shorted if it came back down, but a lot of people think silver is going to keep going, and it just might, right? Keep going. In which on BTCC, you can put in a long on silver if you want. So yeah, I think this year is really setting up to be a really, really great year, especially for XRP. A lot of things happen for XRP as far as like it becoming a national bank, Ripple becoming a national bank. Different cryptos became national banks or crypto companies, right? Paxos and Ripple, Big Get Go or Big Get. So yeah, it's really setting up for a great year, guys. Of course, at some point, like you just have to remember in the year, like this is the year we thought it was just going to go up, and you know, you got to remember to take some profits here, you know. So Rocket on set to launch, yes indeed. I can't think of another crypto coin that is more compliant than ZBEC. Nope. Only other coin or only other company I can think of is these compliant are Metallicus is this compliant and Stronghold is this compliant. Okay. All of which we talk about on this channel. Stronghold has a SOC 2 Mika ISO. They own ISO 222 labs. Another one is Metallicus. They're even BSA compliant. Metallicus is. And of course, they're going to be launching stable coins for credit unions. So that's a lot. Bro, you read my mind. I just erased my original response. Happy New Year, everyone. Appreciate it. Bob Dufour, appreciate it. What's up, Fred McIntyre? Remember, smash that like. Definitely smash the like and subscribe if you haven't already. We're so close to 8,800. We're like a sneeze or breath away from 10K. It's gonna be a really glorious time for me when we hit 10K subscribers. A very, very glorious time for me. So we're about 15 subscribers away from 8,800. $2025 was ZBEC's year. Congrats. Yes, indeed. What's up, Rue? What's up, Crypto Clay in the house? What's up, Raul? What's up, Jose De La Torre? Happy New Year, my brother. Glad to see 2025 is going and 2026 is incoming. Same here. Like the whole Fire Dragon stuff coming up. Shout out to Moonfeather here. She did a great little decode on. Let me go ahead and bring up Mooney's channel right quick. So if you guys go over to my channel and you see all my different playlists and things like that, ZBCN, XPR, Swift, XCN, LCX, then mosey all the way down here, see some creators, Underdog Research Channel, Shook Focus, Digital Maximus, Moonfeather, the Mooniverse, General Crypto, NYC On App, and Crypto Future here, the Rona Experience Crypto Crossroads Show, One-on-One Media, a couple different people, Simon Family Investments, and Benzinga. Click on Mooniverse here. She did a breakdown right here, a quick little breakdown on the Fire Dragon. It's going to be the year of the Fire Dragon this year, right? So pretty interesting, and how that works out. And guys, every year on January 1st, there seems to be some shenanigans that go on as far as like, I think last year it was the whole Tesla in front of like some Trump building where the fireworks went off and the guy, committed, he got himself out of here with the fireworks in the Tesla. What happens this year, January 1st, 2026? So it's going to be very interesting to see. It's going to be very interesting to see what XRP price and things like that. I cannot wait to see what's going to happen this year. And generally, this is when all the money flows back in, right? In January. Because they do all their tax harvesting towards the December time. Now, January, money kind of flows back in, right? So, I don't see any reason why, unless there's some type of crazy war talk or anything like something like that. I don't see any reason why things don't head back up. Okay? So, all I need to know about is tempo, what compliances they have. ZBCN YG. Yeah, I don't know. Did they have any compliances like that? I'm not sure. But it's interesting to see with the partners, there seems to be some overlap. And like we just saw there, Jeremy Allaire seems to follow them too. So maybe there's some friendly, okay type of stuff going on there. And the guy is a former lead at Stripe. So maybe this is just Stripe saying, okay, we're gonna do our own blockchain, but we might still run you through ARC in some way there. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how that works there. So let's see here. Let's go back to tempo here. And they're pretty recent, so I'll see if we can find any other companies here besides. Oh, some other big XRP news here that happened here that we should go over really quickly. Like I said, I'm going to do a whole show on this. But XRP's G Treasury did a deal with JP Morgan. Okay, really, really huge news there. As my bookmarks refuse to come up. Okay. So here we are. I think I put it in here. Okay, it must have happened a couple of days ago here. But yeah, JP Morgan doing a deal with. Oh, and this was also something that was great here. December 30th, a $50 million day for XRP. I think that one's a pretty big one, because normally when chat posts these, it's like 20 million a day. But December 30th, they had a $50 million day for the XRP ETFs. But here, okay. Well, I guess I'll just type it in and look it up. But yeah, G Treasury and JP Morgan. Huge. So, like, what does that say, right? Definitely says to me, okay, JP Morgan might have whatever they're doing with what's the company? JP Morgan might have whatever they're doing with Linea, but they're definitely working with Ripple. Okay, so there's not even a question. Here it is. JP Morgan Payments just announced a partnership with Ripple's G Treasury to build a powerful netting solution for Franklin Electric. This setup lets Franklin Electric $2.1 billion in revenue offset what its global offices owe each other, slashing the number of payments, cutting bank fees and FX costs, making reconciliations much easier. Owen Biglin. Owen Biglin. Let's say Biglin. Managing Director of North American Cross Currency Solutions at JP Morgan, stated that together we are driving smarter, more cost-effective cross-border payments for our clients, with G Treasury handling the smart calculations and JP Morgan executing the payments and currency exchanges. Franklin Electric now settles intercompany bills faster, cheaper, and with much less hassle. Okay, so that's what we got there. That's huge news. Again, if you're one of those people that say, like, well, you know, Swift's using Linea only. Well, look at things like this, right? That'll set you clear and straight. East base, Solana's where it's at. What's up, Rue? Gains are gains, bruh. Salutations. What's up, Detroit? XRP 313. I noticed that take a shot. Oh, who's taking the shot? I'm not taking a shot. Well, maybe not. I don't think I'm taking any shots tonight, but they're doing something like that here in my complex. But I don't know that I'm gonna participate. No, ETH has just had all the devs and all the ETH just has all the devs and all the money for now. Tempo, well, where can we buy them all, really? Well, I don't know that Tempo has a coin. We could check that out. Let's see here. 1 second. Does Tempo have a coin? Let's check that, shall we? Be interesting if they do. I don't know that they need one, but maybe they do. Okay. Potential. So maybe they might have one. Or, like, not now, but maybe at some point. That they got them on a list for potential airdrop. Because honestly, I don't know that they need a coin, but they could incentivize like a rewards, you know what I mean? Like, it could be a rewards coin for using Tempo, right? That they paid out, you know, certain, you know, companies for using Tempo and these rewards. Or if you're on Karna and you do certain things or you buy a certain amount on Karna, you get like tempo as a reward. That could be interesting. They could have like a airdrop of tempo tokens and create a whole new like ecosystem or line of equity for themselves with tempo chain coins. So that would be pretty interesting if they did that. But I don't know if they actually need it. The only utility they could provide there is probably rewards, but it's interesting. Okay, we got the sound. Sorry about that. The sound was off there. Oh my goodness. Can anyone read lips? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, we got it. Thank you guys for bearing through that, by the way. Keep rocking, brother. Boom. Thank you. So Clay, let's get it. It's tempo on exchanges already, so can't see the final coin market cap. Yeah, I don't think they have a coin at all. Yeah, I'm watching that Stranger Things season finale after this too, guys. Yeah. Love Stranger Things, man. Tempo is crypto payment. It does not compete with ZBCN since ZBCN is a crypto payroll company. That's a good point. Their payroll. But yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point there. But I'm curious about if they'll compete with Circle. Because Circle definitely created their own blockchain for some reason, right? So they're another permissioned blockchain. My guess is they had clients that said, okay, well, we want certain things to be private, and instead of trying to do it through something that they didn't control, they created something that they had control over. So let's create ARC. So tempo maybe it's like, okay, well, we want it specific for different Stripe customers, right? So tempo would hit Stripe customers. Circle would be specific to Circle customers, which there may be some overlap there, but maybe the Circle customers might be more, I would think they could probably be more institutional, whereas tempo, it's just like, okay, Klarna or Shopify. So it does seem like they could exist by themselves, but you're completely right there. ZBC's focus is payroll. So yeah, but again, the comparison really is ARC versus tempo. Tempo's in its own lane. No compliances. ZBC is on the Autobahn flying. What's up, Benjamin Awakened? Patreon in the house. I just bought 10K Plume. It's live on Coinbase. Shout out to brother Underdog Research Channel, who came on our channel here and did some Plume content. He does a lot of Plume content. So if you guys are interested in learning about Plume, you might want to go check out our brother in the space Underdog Research Channel, which Underdog does a lot of great research here. So he's been hitting Plume pretty hard here. So definitely go check those out. I assure you, one of the best researchers in the space, Underdog Research Channel. So definitely check that out. Yep, new Coinbase catalyst, Coinbase listing. Yep, so Underdog's already on it. So definitely check out our brother in the space, Underdog Research Channel. All Unity is a mutual partner. Yes, indeed. Yeah, it seems like that. But I'm just again, just curious about how this is going to work out between ARC and Tempo. Sorry, drinking and driving and trying to keep up. Oh no, Clay. Oh no, brother. Call a Uber. Call a Uber. No, I trust you're doing that as safe as you can, brother. Happy New Year. About to run out 3 minutes from the pot shop. Okay, got you. Bringing in a new year with my homemade moonshine. What's up, Phantom Beat? And a little bit of crypto. There you go. Happy New Year, Crypto Clay. 2026 is the new year. Price prediction, conservative, por favor. David, let's say 5 to 10 cents. That's the real conservative one. 5 to 10 cents if we look at market cap of it really seems to be kind of right in line. I thoroughly believe, though, the dollar at some point is really going to be possible. But if you're saying conservative, 5 to 10 cents would be very conservative. So, again, I don't know if you guys are staking. You want to look into the staking because you're like losing out on money if you don't stake something, right? Because passive income is the way you really gain with investments, right? You make your money work for you, right? So one of the things I always looked at is the Casper all-time high with ZBCN, okay? Casper all-time high was 5 billion. And we know market cap is not dollar in, dollar out. There's a multiplier there, right? But again, if ZBCN is to get to 5 billion market cap, which doesn't seem too unreasonable, that would be a 21x from here. We got a 5 cent ZBCN, okay? Now, understand, long term, with the buyback that they have set up through whenever the card's used, that makes it deflationary. It goes into the buyback. Some of it gets burned. It's really set up long term to get to the dollar mark. As more and more people use their ZBCN cards, the coin deflates. Okay, that's another problem I kind of have with the whole Lewis Jackson thing, where he was talking about XRP. He neglects to mention that XRP is deflationary. But anyways, like, he also says he's still in XRP, but that's another thing. It's not either here nor there. We'll focus on ZBCN for now. But yeah, that would be the conservative estimate right there. Payments are going to settle into Tempo, just like it settles into Stripe right now. Except Tempo will be for USDC. The rails like ZBCN will still be used. They all work together, guys. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, that seems very astute, profound, and that seems right on track, right? Or otherwise, why would Circle CEO follow them? But you always know they always say these things like they'll say things like, oh well, these banks are doing this and these banks are doing that. You look and there are banks behind our cryptos, right? Like Stripe and Cross River and all of that. So they're all of this stuff doesn't work together, right? So 2066 will be the year of the institutions. There we go. Sipping on that Penelope Founder Reserve. I concur. Tall boy Mike's Harder Lemonade. There we go. Everybody got a little sip of brewski over here. I love it. Hey, there we go. In my coffee cup, so the caps can't see. The Crypto Clay. Rue the True. What's up, Shook Focus Digital? Let's go see what Shook's got going on as well. We just shared our brother Underdog Research channel. Let's share our brother Shook here. We got digital ID and overlook payment crypto connections. Swift, Metallicus, and XPR. Let's go. Shook Focus Digital out there. Yes, indeed. Shout out to our brother Shook. Definitely check him out here, guys. Got Pakistan news for big for XCN and a couple more XCN videos. The quintessential best XCN researcher, bar none. Bar none. I'm a country boy. I live rough. Crypto Clay. Michael Saylor is following Tempo. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. I must not be following Saylor. So, yeah, thank you for that, on Yatsky. A multi-chain world family, do not get fixated on any one or the other. Yes, indeed. That's a good point, guys. Asset by utility. Don't look at price. 100%. I mean, Saylor follows Matt Huang, the lead of Tempo. Gotcha. No problem. Guys definitely want to top up your flare bags before January 30th. Ooh, have you heard something, Clay? Spill that tea, brother. Spill that tea. But yeah, I think that's when the flare drops are over, guys. Shout out there, Crypto Clay. I've been building my flare bag out here for sure. What compliances does Tempo have? I don't know that they have any compliances at the moment. But yeah, we'll have to do some more research on that. But I did want to present them to you guys here. But let's continue with the comments here. Crypto has become a way of life. 6 years ago, I would call all of you nuts. Feels good to be crazy. Yes, indeed. It feels really good to be crazy out here with crypto. Jason Hebert. Banks, cards, ARC, regulated movement, Stripe, API, UX, Logic, Tempo, public settlement, Ledger, Stripe API, ARC, cash out to banks. So yeah, so basically from what you said there, like they're working together. And that makes sense, right? And you know, it's always we want to make it kind of controversial, like they're against each other, but yeah, they're all in this together. And I can't imagine a guy would try to create another payment blockchain and work against Circle. Oh yeah, that would be okay. No, I don't think they would allow for that. So yeah, they're all working together there. Thanks, Rue. Oh, what I do? What's up, Charlie J? Thank you for the thanks. I appreciate it, man. Underdog Research Channel. What's up, brother? Happy New Year to you, Blackrue Investing, and all those who see this message. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being here in the chat. Love it that other brothers watch me. Chip Focus Digital, Underdog Research Channel, Maximus, Crypto Future. Like, I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Especially my crypto brothers out here, my crypto content brothers. Health is wealth. Yes, indeed. Will ZBCN replace ADP? Well, I think they'll work with it. They'll work with them. Nobody's replacing ADP. Of course, BlackRock has their fingers in both pies, so to speak. Pause. BlackRock has their fingers in both pies, and that they're, indirectly invested in ZBCN, and they are directly invested in ADP. I staked 2.5 million ZBCN yesterday. And why not? Yeah, why not? I've turned over 75 people in the last 5 years to this way of life. I believe it is my way to give back to the crypto community. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Like that's great, Clay, man. That was one of the first purposes of starting this channel for sure, right? For me, right? Like so much so where it was like even like I don't even care about the views, but of course, right? I'm using my time. I gotta make some money, right? This is a business, right? But when I first started it though, it was just like I don't care about the views. I just want people to know about this, right? Because if people know about this, you know what I mean, it could change their lives. But of course, gotta value my time. Also, it's a business, right? And that's why definitely share us as much as you can, guys. We definitely want the channel to grow. The more the channel can grow, the more content and the more perspective I can bring to you guys. And I appreciate every single one of you guys. You could be anywhere here on the new year, but you're here watching me, and man, that's so appreciated. I cannot tell you how appreciative I am of that. Almost all of them called me crazy 5 years ago. 100%. Yeah, I get a lot of that too, right? But we'll get the last laugh there for sure. Trevor, so to speak. Not like we're trying to, but we'll win. We'll win for sure. Trevor, why? 1987. Happy New Year from Canada. Home of crypto future out here. Charlie J, Happy New Year. Yes, indeed. Thank you guys. Happy New Year to all of you too. And thank you for being here again. How high do you think ZBCN will go if Bitcoin tops at 50K? Also, how do I move my SHX token to Uniswap off Uniswap to Uphold? Well, you want to get the right proper contract. Hopefully you've converted your SHX. If it was an Ethereum, you need to convert it to the right. Like if it was the first Ethereum contract, you need to convert it to the new Ethereum contract. If it's just Stellar, then you just, you get their Stellar contract. I'm not sure if Uphold has both. I think they have both. They have both the new Ethereum contract and the Stellar contract. So just make sure you have the right contract for whatever you're sending. If you have it on Stellar, send the Stellar, of course. If you have it in the new Ethereum, send Ethereum. Excuse me. I hope at some point they offer SHX staking. I so want to stake my SHX. I need people to understand the definition of predictions. Yes, indeed. I agree, King. But yeah, so really it's not to me, like, it doesn't matter, like, and I know why King Pound is saying that. It doesn't matter so much that Bitcoin hits 150K. What it really matters about is that the regulations are in place. So if we get the Clarity Act and we get things supporting the Clarity Act, we get like in England, they have to have the FCA do what they need to do. Quant's involved in England. Quant's the overledger. The overledger is a part of what Ripple needs to, get things around with ISO. So these things are the most important catalysts, not really the price of Bitcoin. It's the regulation getting into place. Because once the regulation's in place, then it can move cross-border. Money can move cross-border, and the regulations and rules are in place for institutions to bring diamond hands money into play for these organizations and these cryptocurrencies, right? But from the outside, the greater outside view, what we see is companies like Bitwise, companies like all these different companies here creating these ETFs, and they're gobbling up these cryptocurrencies as if they're silver, as if they're gold. Case in point, let's show you another ETF that's coming where Canton is getting their own ETF from Bitwise. Okay, so these are the things really that are the most important thing that when you see these things, it's like, okay, this is changing the game. Okay. Breaking: Bitwise has officially filed for a single SEC regulation statement covering 11 crypto strategy ETFs, one of the broadest altcoin ETF filings ever. Included Aave, Uniswap, Tau, Sui, Near, I think that's Stark, Tron, Zcash, Enna, Hyperliquid, and Canton. Wow. So they're now gobbling up altcoins, right? And when you look at different things like Tron and you look at different things like Zcash, which is basically privacy Bitcoin, you really start to see here. Did the Trump administration do what they said they were going to do? They actually did. We might not have seen the price right now hit what the price needed to be, but it's going to kick in. It is going to kick in. All right. So this might be the last time, and I know people keep saying this. I know I keep saying it, but seriously, it might be the last time we can accumulate these things at these prices. But across the board, these regulations have made it easier for institutions to come in, put their money here, and hold and accumulate these assets like BlackRock has been accumulating property, like people have been accumulating silver and gold. And from some things I've seen, silver and gold are just precursors to the crypto market taking off. So since we've seen silver and gold take off, that is a great sign for us that the crypto market is now going to take off. So I can't wait to see it, man. All you got to do is have the patience and the huevos, the balls to hold. Like, do you have the stomach? Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. Shout out to Sugar Free, the rapper Sugar Free. Do you have the stomach to hold out here? Right? I think people need to, yep. People talking so much crap about Jake right now. And I know people who have millions with his company and they love him. And he's a super straight up guy. And that's what I've seen, guys. See, and I'm glad you're here to offer that perspective, Crypto Clay. Like, you know what I mean? People deserve second chances. And again, like, he seems to be above board with what he's doing right now. So, you know what I mean? Who knows, right? I know some people, if you put on the tinfoil hat and stuff like that, they always say about the whole humiliation ritual type of thing. Maybe this is what Jake's kind of humiliation ritual is, and he actually grows from this, right? After the whole quote unquote ritual. Who knows? But from to just keep it like just as it is, what it is, it seems like he's been a straight shooter with everybody that I've seen that have talked about him, that have dealt with Beyond Broke. They seem to be okay with them. So, you know. And like I said, he might have missed on the price, but bro is batting like 700 right now. Like, he's beyond Hall of Fame in his predictions of the crypto market right now, as far as the reverse carry trade and everything that's happening with Japan and all of that. Bro's batting like 700 with that. I just got out of juvenile hall. Oh my God. Oh man, bro. Oh, Bugatti. Oh, Bugatti. Oh man, I'm glad you're out, bro. Like, whoa. What is the super app? ZBCN is going to create a super app in which it's going to be its conduit to pay people. So people using the ZBCN super app can have all the services of their streaming payroll. But on that, they could probably also do remittances. They can also do earned wage income if they want to. So it's ZBCN's basically central hub for all the services it offers. Now, it would be also pretty cool there if they also do things like coupons, and they also do things where they offer you type of commercials and selling and things like that, where they can offer you discounts with their partners. Like for instance, they seem to be connected to Stripe and Zelle. Maybe they offer something. If you use Zelle for something, you get some type of points or rewards with Zelle. This is just my idea, right? I don't know if they're taking ideas, but sometimes maybe Zebec people watch our show, or I put out a short and they watch that. And hey, this can only help us with the coin to have more ideas out there, right? I'm sure they have talented people that do this already, but hey, I'm just putting stuff on the board. But yeah, the super app is their central point to where you can get to Zebec services like remittances, earned wage income, and streaming payroll. Right, I'm sure they can connect something like that up to Uphold too. Maybe even do predictive markets like Coinbase is doing, and maybe even sports betting. Maybe even that. Okay, but let's see how that goes, because they're already doing the thing with the NBA and Uphold, and Crypto.com is already doing. They say sports predicting. They don't call it betting. Crypto.com is doing that. So maybe you guys might want to get some crow out here, right? But yeah, so that's what the super app is. It's a mishap. I used to be a Jay Claver. What's up, Hugo Gutierrez? Shout out to Monica Long. I hope she's having a happy new year out here. I used to be a Jay Claver till I heard he was trying to talk to my boo thing, Monica Long. Now it's on site. Now it's on site. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, I hope Jake's not talking to Monica Long. Bro's married out here, but who knows? Maybe his wife and him have an understanding where he can do that. I don't know. If him and his wife have that understanding, who am I to say anything about that? Like, let him live happy over here. But yeah, I would. Monica Long's definitely a beautiful lady there, so I could definitely see that. Jake didn't tap my buy button. Congrats, Tony S. Keep me updated, yo. Still scared. I was listening to Zach last night, and he sure enough, he brought up the fraud. Yes, indeed. And Ghost kind of already told us, listen tonight. I don't know if Ghost was in contact with Zach Rector or whatever, but you know, hey, it is what it is, man. Again, everybody that I've talked to that's dealt with Beyond Broke, they seem to like Jake and trust Jake, and they seem to, you know, feel like he's done well with their money. So until he does anything besides that, you know, to me it seems like he's atoned or mentioned and been above board with his people. So he doesn't owe anybody else anything else, right? Maybe he wasn't with Zach Rector. Who knows? Let's hear Jake's side of the story if he chooses to say it. But like I said, it seems like Jake's people like Jake. And like Crypto Clay mentioned earlier, he said he knows people with millions with Jake, right? I know different people in my circle that kind of deal with them, like, you know, just on a customer level, right? And they seemed happy with them, right? So, you know, is what it is. See, it seems like Jake's a pretty straight shooter, other than, you know, the past allegations, and everybody deserves a comeback, you know. Questions to ask Rue. How high do you think? Oh, okay. I think we got that. Jake's theory is solid, and we all know it. Timeline is just off. Yes, indeed. Because, again, guys, silver and gold shot up like crazy, exponentially. That's coming for XRP. In fact, I think the Riddler people, they said it. They said high-ho silver and all this stuff, connecting silver to it. So when XRP gets that exponential moment, where we're going up, 6x from where we are right now, it's going to be a glorious time, right? And Jake's like one of the first people to kind of that I heard of to say like, hey, no, don't sell your XRP. Like, no, draw interest off your XRP, right? And of course, with that, you want to be careful. And he mentioned this too. Like again, like every time I hear the guy, he seems to be a straight shooter. Like he even mentioned this on like Paul Barron's channel. Like, okay, yeah, take a loan out against your XRP, but don't do it in a reckless manner so you can get margin called and have all your XRP pulled from you. Because, not financial advice, but you are not taxed for borrowing. Okay? So if you take a loan out against your stuff, you won't be taxed on it. Again, consult a tax agent. I'm not a tax guy. Again, and anything I say is not financial advice. So, yes. So on the Paul Barron show, and they were saying like, okay, well, just 20 to 30 or 30 to, I think Paul Barron said either 20 to 30 or 30 to 50, but nothing beyond that, right? And I would be really conservative, like 20 to 30% loan, like no more than that, right? But yeah, so we should see that. But again, I saw it here on Twitter where state of Arizona was saying that they were going to do no taxes, or at least they're proposing it, no taxes on crypto. Shout out to my state of Arizona, no crypto taxes. That would be awesome. But hopefully Trump does it federally as well, at least on American cryptos, and that would be really, really good. So, but again, I don't know how possible that is now that I know that information, because it seems like it would hurt the loan market if they gave no taxes on crypto. So we'll see if they actually follow through on that or not, the Trump administration and the state of Arizona, because they said they would propose it. It's not necessarily, it's not law yet, but they said they would propose it. It's all a bunch of a BS over copyright infringement or some crap. Okay, yeah, with Jake here. Jackie Patty. Patty stuff. Oh, I love that King Pound. How high do you think ZBCN will go in Bitcoin? I don't know. I really don't know. I'm really not concerned too much about that. I'm really concerned about ZBCN's price, and here would be my catalyst right here. When the Clarity Act hits, that's what I think ZBCN might get to 5 to 10 cents, because the Clarity Act is going to open the doors for them to do more crypto payroll streaming. That's going to open the doors for them to do that and really roll it out. So effing stupid to discredit Jake over anything like this. 7 to 10 cents, King Pound says. If you have done research on XRP, you know Jake's theory is sound. Yes, indeed. How do I move my SHX tokens to Uniswap? Okay, I answered that. Like I said, I don't know people who have. I know people who have millions with Jake. They all knew. Like, yeah, and that's what I said there. Like earlier, Clay. I don't know if you saw that part, but yeah, his circle knew that, so he did disclose that to his circle. So it's pretty strange to me why he wouldn't disclose it to Zach, but he did disclose it to others in his circle. That sounds kind of strange to me, but who knows, man? I don't know. But from what I've seen of the guy, he seems to be a straight shooter. He seems to be. And that's no information that he needed necessarily to disclose to us, but he did disclose it to the people that were investing millions with them, which makes sense, right? Because you wouldn't want them to like pull millions out of your company. You want to say, hey, look, I did do this, and hey, if you want to invest with me, it's your choice, but I just wanted to let you know that this is in my past, and I've moved beyond that. And everybody makes mistakes, You know what I mean? Everybody does. But again, how you get up from your mistakes, if you're batting greater than your losses, like I said, right now, he seems to be batting like 700 to me. So, you know, what the hell is going on right now? Jake tried texting Zach today and called, and Zach would not answer. Shalom to all. What's up, Jack Thompson in the house? Happy and prosperous New Year. Yes, indeed. Says everything is finally coming into fruition. Like to give big ups to 2 projects that got me started, XRP and VChain. Happy New Year, buddy. Appreciate it, Mark Pelra. 589 XRP, baby. Human Shaw. Me and Zach live in the same town. We have mutual friends. What Zach is doing is effed up. Don't knock a man for his theory when he backs it up with facts, figures, numbers, and logic. Yeah, there we go. I mean, really, man. I understand how you feel about that, Clay. I do. I definitely do. So I don't know what's going on there, because it does seem weird to me. Like, again, he would expose it to his inner circle, but then not tell Zach. That seems weird to me. But who knows? Mark Perla, hello, Clay. Holla, Clay. I would trust Jake with my XRP more than my own brother. Wow. That's cool, man. That's cool. That's definitely a wow. Star that comment. Yeah, I don't think Zach should have done what he done. Love VChain, but more. But haters be hating. Jay Claver is a straight shooter. Yeah. What up, fam? Just keep DCAing. What's up, E? He's our moderator in Telegram. Appreciate you, E. Dana White invested $1 million of his own money in VChain token. Good enough for Dana, good enough for me. I heard they pushed the vote on the Clarity Act. Is that true or rumor? Well, I heard that they were going to do it in January. So I don't know if you mean push it back or push it sooner. I don't think they're gonna push it back, especially since Carolyn Pham, before she moved on to MoonPay, she gave us clarity with the CFTC. So there's really no reason for them to say anything about it now. CFTC has clarity. There's no reason for them to not give that. There's just no reason at this point. Let me take this off. We don't need these no more. Let's go XRP to $100. Bugatti knows 589, baby. Yeah. Low end price prediction for XPR and ZBCN by summer 2026. Well, XPR, let's say 15 cents. XPR has pulled back quite a bit here. So yeah, if it gets to like a 76 million right now, it's pulled back quite a bit. Could they get to 5 billion? That's a 64x from now. Let's say 17 cents. There. They pulled back quite a bit. I want to invest more with ZBEC, just want to do more DCA, but my wife won't let me touch our savings. I just want to get a fourth of it in there. Yeah, I mean, at this point, holding cash is crazy at this point. Savings, if they're just sitting as savings, I don't know if they're just sitting there as savings like maybe in a savings account, it's like it's doing nothing for you there. Even like if you just had it in like USDC, getting like 4% interest on uphold or something like that would probably be better in the savings account. But not financial advice, But yeah. My boy Clay, though. Can we be real? Crypto will go when everyone least expect it. Still too much optimism out there. Well, right now, I feel like it's very, very not optimistic. There's people really thought things were going to kick off. No one expected XRP to be under $2. I think people are like peak not optimistic right now. Like peak. So this is usually the time that it turns around. I wonder what's going to happen if XRP goes to $100. If XRP goes to $100, like your boy's partying. Your boy's partying out here. Your dog. What up, boo? Metallicus is also ISO. Yeah, I believe they are ISO as well. I know Stronghold is. About to hit that pot shop and go home drunk, pass out at 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. and take my daughter Liberty to Mount Baker in the AM. Happy New Year. Let's go. Are we at that New Year? I think we are. We might be on some coast. We might be in some places here. On the East Coast, I don't think we're there yet. It'll be like SOC 2 compliance will be a requirement. Follow King Solomon. He breaks it down as well. Okay, we'll have to follow King Solomon here. I'll write that down. I'm gonna have gone crazy. Quant baby, woo. Wow, buying every chance I get. 25 quant is my goal. Yes, indeed. Why is ZBCN crashing so bad? It's not crashing badder. Like, everything is down right now. Look at Metallicus, look at XPR, look at Hedera, look at everything is down. So if this might be your first market, this is what happens in a bearish time. To give you a chance to buy more tax harvest season. Don't expect recovery until late Q1 2026. That's what I'm hearing too. But the Clarity Act, yeah, Clarity Act's going to be key. Let's see here. We've always known that JP Morgan was going to be using XRP. It was only a matter of time. Yes, indeed. I've been seeing it for years, but nobody seems to want to listen. What's up, Crypto Crossroads Show? Let's go ahead and highlight our brother Crypto Crossroads Show's channel. Here we are back to my channel. If you just mosey on down here, you'll see our brother Crypto Crossroads Show here. Definitely go like and subscribe to him. Let's get him up to 1,000, guys. Latest video is Mocha Network. Is it mainstream? And we got a couple Swift blockchain ones here as well. Shout out to you, brother. ZBEC has been making waves out here. Does everyone forget when Brad Garlinghouse was talking about all the senior brass at JP Morgan and the front office of Ripple? Yeah, that's some great news right there, Crypto Clay. What the F? Wake up. Yeah, 100%. Nacha Alliance, let's go. What's up, Cloud99? Ripple is making waves. ZBEC is the ship that is navigating the storm created. I like that, Clay. Never trust a welder. None of this will matter once Ripple purchases it back. Oh, you think that's gonna happen? I don't know. Wonder what trad bank will get bumped or absorbed by the new crypto banks that will merge. Any of them who do not conform, Phantom, yes indeed. How much lower is Swift going? Who knows, man. But there's one person that is accumulating a lot of Swift. I need to do a show on this with Underdog. There's a holder that is just accumulating. This is Swift blockchain. This holder has 12.46% of the Swift supply. Who are they? I don't know, but to the tune of 4.7 million, okay, dollars. Crazy. Hey, Rooney, clarification. ZBCN CEO Simon stated that one ZBCN will be used as gas fee. Does that mean that one ZBCN is used per unit time, per transaction, per stream, or other? I'm not sure how that works out. That one ZBCN is used as gas fee. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm really not sure how that works out because, yeah. I'll have to do some research into that. I'm not sure how that gas fee works. Because with the ZBCN cards, I think it's I always thought it was a percentage, or like whatever fees, get get burned. But I'd have to look at the white paper and see exactly how that works out. Holding 10 milli ZBCN and staking 5 milli. Yeah. Nick love it. New Year's Eve stream. Yes, indeed. What's up, Bougie? Patreon in the house. Where are you staking ZBCN at? I'm staking it on the ZBCN site here. Yeah, let me just put these back on. I shall share this in the chat. Boom, boom, boom. This is where you stake ZBCN. Right here. So let's continue here. Yep. There's the staking site. Well, we'll definitely put the staking link into the chat. Yep. So there it is. Phantom B, you know it, bro. You know it. ZBCN ETF is coming, guys. Simon hinted at this last Spaces. Can't remember it. Yes, he did. On Yatsky. He definitely did. I can't remember the stasis he said it in either, but he did say that. Yeah, Super App is going to be coming. It's software. So we want to make sure we get it right? So, yeah, you don't want to be rushing the software and putting out something that can have a hack in it or anything like that, where somebody can have an opening for a hack, I should say. You don't want anything that's not tested. You don't want anything that's like not secure. You don't want anything that can lose people's money. You want to make sure it's thoroughly ready before you release it. So that makes sense to me. So ZBCN, don't worry about that. Like just make sure it's right when you release it. We love big balls. Yes, indeed. Pause. We love having big balls. We love using our big balls out here. For the men right here, right? The men, we love using our big balls. Oh my gosh, somebody's gonna clip this, bro. Oh my goodness. You set me up here, Clay. You set me up, brother. You set me up. Will we be able to stake on the super app also? Probably so. I think Simon mentioned that when he was talking with Bree. You get 15 cents for you get 15%. You get 15% for staking for 4 months, and we'll show you that right here. So 8% for 1 month, 12 for 3, 15 for 4. As I turned off my light here by mistake. Oh, that's great. Give me a second here, guys. Am I even gonna find it? Okay. Turned off our light here by mistake. Sorry about that. Okay, there we are. If we had clarity by now, I could see a XRP at 100. It'll probably hit that by summer or fall. It'll especially do that once Donald Trump does the stimulus packages, right? That money is going to flow into cryptocurrency like big time, big time. So 750K ZBCN if you stake 5 mil. I'm not sure what the percentages or what the numbers are. That doesn't seem correct to me. Because that percentage is way out of line. Yeah, that doesn't seem correct there, I don't think. Oh, for the year maybe. If you do it for the year, maybe that's right. I'll let you guys know if my friends start leaving Jake like rats, okay? No problem. Thanks, though. Thanks for that perspective, Crypto Clay. It's good to know from people on the inside that actually have dealings with Jake, right? $246K plus for 15% APY for 5 million. That's good. Thank you, Phantom Beats. 4 months, a year would be 7. Okay. My guy is learning Spanish. I am trying to learn Spanish out here, guys. Yeah, I'm trying to get a nice Puerto Rican baddie out here. You know, but let's continue. I know for a fact Jake speaks to Ripple Weekly. Wow, that's amazing. Let's start that. Tell any one of these clowns they can come with me with those credentials. I will continue listening to Jake. Thank you very much. Jake needs no comeback. XRP in my Jake voice. What's up, Mr. Allen? 38. Jake is a genius. All publicity is good publicity, and everyone in the space is literally talking about him and his company right now. Just saying, effing brilliant. Yeah, I really see, like, again, like, I really think all the people that talk about him seem to have a good everybody who deals with him seems to have a good rapport with him. So it's weird that he wouldn't disclose this to Zach. I don't know. Can't say. R.I.P. Charlie. I'm about to move to Arizona in a couple months. Hey, man. Yeah, definitely. It's cool out here, man. The weather is good in the like Phoenix, Scottsdale area. Like for me, the weather is good, right? You know what I mean? Like I like the heat. Whenever it's lower than like 70 degrees, I'm not happy. And it's sunny all the time. You being from Detroit, you know, in Detroit, guys, you can get like 30, like literally 300 days of just cloudy weather. 300 days of cloudiness. Here in Arizona, it's pretty much sunny probably 330 days of the year, probably, right? And it does wonders for your psyche. It just makes you feel so much better. But can't wait for ZBCN and SHX. Haven't been through a bull run yet. Tick tock, tick tock. There we go. They're like a brother, still a brother with different mothers trying to get people talking. He did not need to tell Zach it. Up to Zach to pay attention. We need to invest like we have clarity is coming. Bro, if it was your name, would you do the same to protect your name? Nobody wants to get caught up in fraud. Yeah, I understand that. Like, nobody definitely wants to get caught up in fraud. What I don't understand is if he told the people of his inner circle, why would he not tell Zach? That's the weird part to me. Because if Zach is investing millions, right? And the people in your inner circle is investing millions, how are they any different? To me, right? You know what I mean? I don't know. Who knows? But I don't know. You can't say there. What? What's up, Hitter All Day? Yo, Ruel, Clay, and Phantom. What up, fellas? And to the ZBCN fam. Sorry, I'm late to the party. Hey, at least you showed up, man. Canton is up. Yes, indeed. What's up, CD or CTDKF? CTDKF, what's up? What up, Peter? Black Swan Capitalists proved that the multiple use theory that Lewis Jackson has been spewing was completely wrong. Yeah, like that. It was weird to me what Lewis Jackson was saying, especially since he was saying, like, I'm still in XRP. You know what I mean? He said, I'm still in XRP, but I found this thing and I got the information buy my course and buy this, but I'm still in. But, so it seemed really, you know what I mean? And I'm sure his course is great. And I'm not saying not to buy his course or anything like that. But when you listen to someone say that and they say that they're still in the asset, then okay, well, it wasn't enough to get you out of the asset. So then what are we talking about? But it's kind of brilliant as far as like the marketing piece of it. He really got people in the uproar. People are really talking about him. So on that part, I think he did a great job as far as like having people talk about him. Lewis Jackson did. But yeah, I don't think it's a concern because he didn't get himself out. And at least he said that he was still in XRP. He didn't do the whole Jamie Dimon thing where he was like fudding it, but actually buying it. Can you make multiple wallets? Yes, you can make multiple wallets to stake more than 5 million. They all need to still hold XRP. Yes, indeed. Thank you. What's up with ZBCN's 96 billion supply? They actually do not have a 96 billion supply. They actually burned like 20 million of the supply. And I don't know what you mean about what's up with it because we know what their supply is. Right? But they burned. So this is actually inaccurate, I think. Because it was listed somewhere that they burned that. I don't think that supply that they're listing on CoinMarketCap is actually right. Let me go to CoinGecko. They tend to have better supply listings. Let me close some stuff down. So ZBCN. Yeah, I could have sworn that they had million in circulating supply. Don't quote me on that, but now it shows it's 96 million. So I'm not sure how that's working out there. Cause I thought they burned. Okay, no. They did burn some. They burned 96 million. So their supply is still 96 billion or whatever. So yeah, they have the same supply as XRP. But yeah, but they have to buy back the inflationary part built into their supply, and they recently burned a lot of it. I think it's more than coincidence that all the tokens are partnered with one major money movers in the world. I think 100 billion tokens. I do not think this is for nothing. Yeah, 100%. My God, I forgot about the super app. XRP, XLM, HBAR, XDC, Flare, probably more. Why is this? Yeah, they all have 100 billion or close to it, 100%. So this is just what they do with payments. This is like the payment amount, right? No, we ain't talking about Ghost here. I appreciate Ghost. I trust no one in crypto space. Listen and pay attention. Yeah, definitely can't trust anyone in this space. Like for real, like you should always do research yourself, and that's why I try to always show you guys where I'm getting research from. Double check me, double check everybody, right? But if Jake's people, his internals, like we're hearing from Crypto Clay, and I heard the same thing from some people on my side, that they've had nothing but good dealings with Jake. So not sure what's going on with Zach, and I'll wait for Jake to have his response. I've had nothing but good dealings with Ghost too, so no bad mouthing of Ghost on my side from any at all. Definitely appreciate Ghost. And from what I hear, Jake seems to be like a straight shooter. So, hey, but the facts are the facts, man. So I don't know. I don't know how we rectify this, other than like it seems like Jake's up and up to the people that he deals with. I'm not sure what's going on with Zach, but we'll leave it to them two to work that out. But everybody else, Jake seems to be in good standing with. Why would Jake need to tell Zach? Well, he found it in his. Jake told everyone else. He told the other millionaires, right? You said they knew, right? And I heard on my side from people that people knew, that he told people on, So I'm hearing the exact same thing you're telling me about the millionaire people. People on my side told me that they already knew. So I'm puzzled in why Zach wouldn't have known. That's the thing there. So he decided to tell everybody but Zach? Like, what? That doesn't sound right. Zach could have paid for a membership like everyone else. We all knew. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, all the members knew. So why would you not tell Zach? That's weird. That's strange. That's strange to me. So tell Rue, Jake too. A man's got to eat out here. Can ZBCN have a pump in the next few days? Does it make sense to stake for now? Okay, yeah, I think it makes sense to stake for now. The Clarity Act is probably not going to happen for another month. So it makes sense, at least to me, to stake for a month, right? Get those extra tokens, because again, anything you get on the top, if we believe ZBCN again, and I do, will be $1 one day, that's just extra gravy. You know what I mean? That's just extra thousands of dollars that you're getting just by letting your money sit there, right? So I think you're cool for the next month. But of course, anything I say is not financial advice, but for the next month, I think people are cool to stake. ZBCN has been unlocking 2 billion tokens a month, now reduced to 1 billion a month, which will be fully circulating in March. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. So they've been unlocking. Okay, gotcha. So yeah, once it's fully circulated, people like to see that. But again, they've burned a certain amount. So some of this circulating supply, some of this part was burned. Some of this was burned. Staking is a great option. Just make sure you learn before you earn. Yes, indeed. None of these billions will matter when ZBCN is transacting trillions. Yes, indeed. I must admit, I am worried about the possibility of one individual owning 12% of Swift, especially when it's time to take profits. But here's the thing, to me, it may be someone like for an ETF or something like that. So that's the thing there, right? Someone's deciding that it's worth it to have that much Swift. So it really makes me think that they're going to be used for something big, right? And we've done all the research there. I definitely see Swift as almost like XRP's conduit to Asia, right? So, yeah. And remember, they signed that coexistence agreement with Swift. The old Swift. Like, we don't need to go back over that again, but they signed that. So I think they're definitely a part of the new Swift. Please don't double check me. I'm a nut job. That's hilarious, Clay. That's hilarious, Clay. That's my opinion on the market, and I'm shaking. Like, yeah, please double check me. I don't care, guys. I want to be double checked. Like, double check me. Like, hey, say I'm wrong. Maybe I can learn something from you, right? Like, I think everybody learns in the space when everybody's double checking, when everybody's like providing information, and that's how you learn. And everybody makes mistakes too, right? And they learn from them. So, that's just my own opinion. Facts, my brother. I'm looking at staking as a bear market option. Yes, indeed. Yep, here the same. Seems like we're in a slight bear market. I agree. What makes Zach special? Well, Zach's got that large XRP audience. You know what I mean? I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know that he's more special than anyone else, but I think, okay, if you told your millionaire people that were in your Patreon, why wouldn't you tell Zach? That's the weird part to me. I don't see any difference in those people. Zach has millions, your Patreon people and your $1 million investors have millions. What's the difference? That's why it seems so weird to me. I don't get why it's so strange that Jake did not tell Zach about his personal life. Well, I don't know. I don't know. That's like, I wonder how Jake's gonna answer this. I don't know. But again, as long as Jake's personal people, his internal circle knows, to me is not too much of a big deal. Okay, you messed up with Zach. All right. But your people are good, right? So I don't know. Not a full bear market since BTC. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I think I said it, and I said this on an exclusive, because me and Crypto Future and Max have an exclusive show on Thursdays. I'm not worried until Bitcoin goes below, I think it's 84K. So I think that's this wick right here, because every time it keeps creating higher lows, right? So if we move this line up here, what is that? 80, 81. So unless it drops to that 81 mark, right? I think we're good. It's just, consolidating, flagging actually. So every time there's been higher lows. So to me, very likely that we get out of this thing. And again, if you look at Bitcoin right here, down, XRP right here, ZBCN right here, quite likely we get out of this thing. LOL. Like I said, me and Zach live in the same town. We have mutual friends, but what Zach is doing is exactly the same thing as people spreading FUD about XRP on his channel. Yeah. Just because your thesis does not line up with someone else doesn't mean that you talk shit and try to expose their skeletons in the closet. Zach pulled a bitch move, a bitch move. Oh man, those opinions are the opinions of Crypto Clay. Yeah, man, I understand how you feel about that one, brother. I get it. I definitely get that. Lowest XPR price prediction by Summer. Yeah, I gave that one 17 cents. Again, not financial advice. XRP has been doing sideways. I'm glad we got this drama to fall back on. Yep. You and Zach are on point with Zebec news. I found out about ZBCN because Zach made that deep dive. Here we go. I'm glad he made that deep dive too, because it really exposed other people to ZBCN. Jake has also been talking about ZBCN lately, and very, very appreciative of that. So you're saying that Jake should have told every YouTuber out there? Oh, no, I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that, to me, it doesn't make sense. If he told his inner circle, why would he not tell Zach? That doesn't make any sense to me. Especially if you're going into business with Zach, that would then make him part of your inner circle. So I don't know how that worked out. Yeah, I don't know how that worked out. Bullish choices, yo. Paul Andrew, Happy New Year, ZBCN family. Thanks, Rue. It's going to be an amazing 2026. I believe so too, guys. It's only really, really up from here, and the way the charts are looking and everything like that. So people like Smoke saying that there wouldn't be this bear market this time, no 4-year cycle. And in a sense, he was wrong and right at the same time, because we did get this bear, but it's not going to be like a 1.5 year long bear like the last one was. Like if you look at Bitcoin, and I go back to okay, this is the wrong Bitcoin chart. This chart. So if we go back like right here, so we were bearish last time for like November. Technically, we were bearish from November 1st, 2021. You could kind of say all the way, if you want to say right here till it went up here. That's January 2023. So that was like, gosh, quick math. 16 months or something like that. No, that was only like what, 13, 14 months, right? And for us this time, it seems like it's going to be less than 6 or 7. 6 or 7. So yeah, so with us, it seems like it's going to be real quick. So like Clay said, no later than March. I actually agree with that. When I waited on the tables, Brad told me the bag was going to clear near $2. That one guy, hilarious. Fundamentally, we're on point, bro. I noticed that you have a thing for Monica Long. I don't blame you. I had a big crush on Vanna White, player. Yeah, I kind of joke around with Hugo Gutierrez in the chat about Monica Long. Yeah, Monica Long's cute. I think she's a cutie. For sure. Um, like have a thing might be a little strong, but I think she's a cutie. For sure. And a smart lady for sure. If y'all believe ZBCN is the future, yes, indeed. I do believe ZBCN is the future for sure. And yeah, I think everything's lining up for ZBCN to do well here. You always see them with the right partners: Stripe, Privy, Zelle, All Unity, Deutsche Bank, Galaxy Digital, Circle, Stripe, Stellar, Ripple. Like they're right in the room with all the big guys. Even an NBA partnership there where they're putting out their own custom jerseys, right? And I think Tammy Camp's cute too. I'm not gonna rate them because that would just be not nice for anybody. But I think that both of them are cute, for sure. No doubt in my mind that ZBCN will crush over $1 by 2030. That's why I am so bullish enough to stake 95% of my bag. Just because Zach Rector is saying there's a business agreement between him and Jake does not mean that it's actually true. That's true too. That's why I say like let's like hold our horses and see what Jake has to say about this. But again, like I said, and like you said and shared, and thank you for sharing that, Clay. His internal group already knew. So like really, who else needs to know? Who else needs to know? Like the people that are doing business with you know. So, but again, like so you know. So we'll see how this unfolds. But I seem like Claver again. I think he's batting 700 out here, and that's a way higher batting average than a lot of people out here, for sure. Bro, I swear to God, Rue, you know Swift C is going to be a winner. 100% it is. 100% it is. There's just way too many connections. Draper's on one side, Rothschild's on the other with no capital. It's just a sleeper waiting to happen. And I don't think they would have this asset and this technology like that and not use it. There's no reason not to. And then Swift blockchain has lending. They have their own payment app. There's a lot of connections too with ZBCN and Swift blockchain, which we've gotten into before. Like, so yeah, it's a lot to like about that. A lot to like. Stay locked in, fam. We're in position. Like Jake needs Zach's freaking business. Haven't sacked my ZBCN yet. Do you do it straight through DCENT? I usually send it to DCENT. You can do it straight through DCENT though. You know, you can grab the DCENT wallet link in my description there, but you can buy crypto straight on DCENT. Yeah, guys, here we go. We had it. As long as everyone stays off of Eleanor T, we're good. Nice 2 hour, 20-minute show here. Thank you guys so much for coming. Definitely hit that like and subscribe. Thank you, JSK, for reposting the stream. If you made it to the end, please put ZBCN and ARC in the or just ZBCN in the comments. That way it can spread the video around to other people there. The more comments, the more it spreads it out. Everybody have a happy new year. And yeah, I can't wait to do my first New Year show. We'll probably do a live tomorrow so we can ring in the new year with us and our crypto fam and our crypto community. So definitely expect a live then tomorrow probably as well. Thank you guys so much for the year, man. Oh, we can. Hey, you guys want to stay on till 2026? You want to stay on for another what? I mean, that was the prepared content, but we could stay on for a few more hours. You guys want to do that? I know there's going to be somebody in the comments that are like, bro, a 5-hour show, I can't watch that. I'll see what other comments I get here. Okay, we only got a couple to say that, but so that's okay then. We won't go the whole time, but I appreciate that you okay, well. Yeah, well, yeah, we'll come back on tomorrow. As much as I want to do it, I don't think I got it in me, to be honest with you. But I appreciate that you guys want to, though. So yeah, but if you guys can though, really put ZBCN ARC in the comments after the live ends here to help spread the show around. But we will be back on tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for coming through, and I'm out, guys. Peace.